The Maya Castle was an ancient structure, located deep in the jungles of Central America. It was rumored to be cursed, with many tales of people disappearing without a trace after entering the castle. Despite this, there were still a few brave adventurers who dared to explore the castle, hoping to uncover its hidden secrets. One such adventurer was named Tom. He was an archaeologist who had spent his entire life studying the ancient Maya civilization. Tom had always been fascinated by the stories of the Maya castle and had spent many years planning his expedition to the site. He had assembled a team of experts to help him navigate the treacherous jungles and to assist him in uncovering the castle's secrets. As they arrived at the castle, Tom and his team were immediately struck by the beauty and grandeur of the structure. The castle was a massive stone structure with intricate carvings covering every surface. It was clear that the Maya people had spared no expense in constructing this magnificent structure. As Tom and his team entered the castle, they were immediately overcome by a sense of unease. There was something about the place that felt off, and the air was thick with an oppressive feeling. Nevertheless, Tom and his team continued their exploration of the castle, determined to uncover its secrets. As they ventured deeper into the castle, they began to encounter strange occurrences. They would hear strange noises coming from the walls, and objects would move on their own. Tom and his team dismissed these occurrences as mere coincidences, convinced that there was a rational explanation for everything that was happening. But as they delved deeper into the castle, the occurrences became more frequent and more bizarre. They would see shadows moving along the walls and hear whispers coming from empty rooms. Tom and his team began to feel a growing sense of dread, realizing that they were not alone in the castle. One night, as Tom and his team were resting in one of the castle's chambers, they were suddenly awoken by a deafening roar. They looked around, trying to determine the source of the noise, but could find nothing. As they tried to get back to sleep, they heard the sound of footsteps coming from the hallway outside. Tom and his team quickly got up and followed the footsteps, hoping to catch whoever or whatever was making the noise. But as they entered the hallway, they were confronted by a terrifying sight. Standing before them was a ghostly figure with a pale face and glowing eyes. Tom and his team were frozen with fear, unable to move or speak. The ghostly figure slowly began to approach them, its eyes fixed on them with a look of malice. Tom and his team knew that they were in grave danger, and they began to run back to their chambers. As they ran, the ghostly figure chased after them, its ghostly voice ringing in their ears. Tom and his team finally reached their chambers and barricaded themselves inside, hoping to fend.